Please read this disclaimer carefully before proceeding further. Hello traders and welcome to analysis of Bitcoin. Thanks for joining me in this analysis. It has been quite a while actually we covered Bitcoin, and the reason behind that is because most of the analysis that we performed was still valid. All those levels were still valid, and they were giving us very good opportunities whether we were looking for long or short. So one of our followers actually requested this, and I've been getting several requests almost on weekly basis to cover Bitcoin as a regular thing, but I've not been able to do so because most of my energy and time goes into Forex and gold and other currency pairs and other things. So Bitcoin is not something which is high on my list, but I do trade Bitcoins. Sometimes I'm not in the favor of taking long time positions on Bitcoin. That is just for me, that is just my personal opinion, but there are very good opportunities on Bitcoin, and we were able to take one of those opportunities. If you remember my previous analysis a few months ago, somewhere around here, because we had this FCP M pattern completion right there, and that is why this market has been moving upwards. Okay, so let's start from here, and I'll show you what kind of structure, what kind of trading opportunities are available on monthly and weekly time frame, and then we'll go down to lower time frames, because most of the traders, what they do is they focus only on 1 hour, 4 hour and all that, and when there is little bit of movement because of news item or because of anything, they get overexcited. They forget that the entire picture, the whole picture is actually available on higher time frame. So it makes more sense to actually start your analysis on higher time frame. Even if you're not trading higher time frame, you must look at higher time frames anyway. So here what we have, we had initial high, this move has, everybody knows about this move on Bitcoin, this was going very, very high. Then we had a correction to that, and if you see that this correction is a valid correction, this is a proper correction, which is a healthy one, then market started to move higher. Now if you notice that what we have here is that this is possibly going to create an M pattern ultimately somewhere around here, but it may or may not happen. As I said, there are multiple ways of looking at it, and we are looking at monthly time frame anyway. So there are people will say this is a flag pattern, there is wedge kind of thing happening. So there are multiple ways of looking at it, but if one of the possibilities is that this is an M pattern, if this midpoint of 3000 is broken, then we are looking at an M pattern. Another one that we have here is that we have another M pattern here, and that is the midpoint of that. This is near about 3817. And if you notice, what we have right now is that we have a W pattern right here, and that is why we were able to take short position on Bitcoin here, and after that we did not get involved in Bitcoin. We have been posting, I've been actually personally posting analysis on Bitcoin, but I was only short here for one trade, and after that I was out from there, and I was long here. So I do not trade Bitcoin actively, as I said before. There's another thing which is happening right now in terms of possibilities, that we have a potential W pattern which can take this somewhere around here or even higher than that. So somewhere around here is close to be 17,000 or 18,000, near about that, and if it starts to move up, then it can go all the way to near about 28,000 as well. So that is also a possibility. We must look at all the possibilities by we need to be unbiased, so we need to look at both bearish and bullish possibilities. Okay, if I go to the weekly time frame, what we see is that market created that W pattern here, and we also had another W pattern here which completed here, and this is where we were able to take short position. Okay, and if I go back to monthly for a second, you will notice it's the same thing which is happening across all the currency pairs, and because DXY, the dollar index, is doing the same thing. If I show you, by the way, if you haven't actually seen my analysis on DXY or currency pairs, go and check it out. They are, even if you're not trading them, then it still makes sense to actually check them out for educational purposes at least. Okay, so you see that this Bitcoin is doing that this sort of behavior, and if I go to major and click on Euro USD, you see same thing, two candles, one fall and then upward move. Okay, AUD USD, two fall, upward move. okay, GBP USD 2 fall upward move, okay, NZD USD 2 fall upward move, right, and DXY is doing the reverse of it, 2 fall and upward move and then fall, right? So everything is related to DXY. Even the Bitcoin is related to dollar now, okay? So if I go to the Bitcoin again, it's doing exactly what other currency pairs are doing. So it is not like, doing something which is out of ordinary. Okay, let's look at I haven't actually seen this before, but let's look at gold, what gold is doing. Okay, so on gold it is little different, upward and then downward move. So gold is actually little different to DXY right now, but Bitcoin is not. Bitcoin is kind of like doing what DXY is doing in opposite. Okay, but we see that when this sort of structure happens, like we go to the low time frame to spot WNM patterns. Here we had, if I just squeeze out a little bit, okay, so we had a W pattern, that's why we took a short here, and this short has not reached its profit target completely, so it can come down once again. But even before it does that, there are a few things happening. There is an M pattern, that's why the market was moving upwards, and we were able to spot that. I personally did not trade this, but we were able to spot this pattern, right? So this is the M pattern, and that is why the market was moving upwards, and we knew that it could go all the way to 11,460. Why? Because if I draw fib on this, you see that's 61.8 right there. That is why the market was expected to go there, and this was our FCP zone. I said market could be coming into this, which it did, and then I said if it actually starts to fall, then it will come to this FCP zone. But on the bullish side, we had these levels available to us: 11,460, 11,146 as well. So what do we have right now? If I just clean this up entirely and see on daily time frame, what we have right now is a clear W pattern, and there is another one right in the middle, right? So what we need to do is we need to start measuring these W and M patterns so that we can find opportunities. What kind of opportunities you are looking for? If you went long on the break of this, then you're obviously long, but you should be looking at some level to take profits off, right? Unless you're building a position or something like that. But I'm not looking for long position in here. I'll be looking for short positions only, and the reason behind that is because I've got a W pattern, multiple W patterns. Another reason is that other currency pairs are also doing exactly the same thing as Bitcoin, so that is why it is also telling me that I can go for a short position here. Now if I start measuring this, then what we can say is that market has come to 50% here, but let me just be very accurate with this. Okay, yeah, that means the market is expected to come to this level here, and if I draw something like this, then also market can come here. Okay, and if I draw, yep, okay, perfect. Now if I draw Fibonacci on this level, okay, that basically means that it can come to this level and this level here, right there. Okay, so if I just clean it up a little bit and then go back, okay, perfect, right? So this is our FCP zone right there, as you can see. And if the market comes here, so this is how we're going to trade this. If the market comes here into this zone, right, and if we get a confirmation, then we are looking for a short entry into Bitcoin. So this is what we have. As the Bitcoin actually is still running, it runs on the weekend as well, so you might get this opportunity right now, even on Sunday. So if you're trading Bitcoin, this can be a good opportunity. Another opportunity which can come is somewhere around here on this top FCP zone, right? So this is the lower FCP zone that we have, and this is the upper one. So how do we trade this? If the market actually breaks through this FCP zone, then the next one is going to be around here, and then we'll look for a short position. So this is what we're looking for. Now remember the previous huge W pattern that has not reached its profit target here, right? And you can see that market is kind of creating another M pattern or so. So if we get a good opportunity, and you can store and you can roll your stops if you have active management system, pretty much like what we have in our FCP strategy. Then you can actually go all the way down to this level, which is going to be somewhere around here. Okay, so this can be your target level as well, right? So this can give us a very good trade from here all the way to this level, and that can give us very good short position if you just if you're interested in knowing nearly how much, because this can change a little bit based on the market where it starts to reverse from, but this is 3 to 1, near about 3 to 1 or 3.5 to 1 R&R on this. So this is looking very good. I'll be looking to short a Bitcoin from here, and remember, always look at your risk profile, always follow your risk management. If you know how to trade these WNM patterns, you will know that risk management and position management comes with it. If you're interested in learning more about this, you can check the description of this video to find more about training. The training that we have, FCP based training, that contains all the trade management and risk management, and where to put your stop loss and everything. All the factors, all the rules are present as part of the training itself. So we do not just focus on strategy, where to get in, but we have rules for everything. It's 95% rule based analysis that we perform. Okay, so this is my analysis on Bitcoin. Hope you enjoyed this, hope you found this useful. If you did, you know what to do. Hit the like button, and in the comment section let me know what you think about this analysis and this trading plan that I've given to you. Do not treat this as signal. Always perform your analysis, always have good confirmation. But even before you leave, let me show you one more thing. Let's go and check out what Water has been doing. Okay, so on weekly time frame we can see that we are still looking for bearish because the market is down, right? We are looking for bearish move, and this is the kind of level that market already decided in this week. So they're near about 8,562. that can be achieved. That's a guidance, right? That's a guidance. It may or may not reach there, but somewhere around here it is supposed to go to. And remember, in my previous analysis I was mentioning about this particular gap that we had. So far this gap has not been filled, and remember, I just mentioned in my analysis another thing, that if I just scroll down to the right and squeeze out a little bit, that gap is somewhere around here. Okay, so if I go to the daily time frame, this is the M pattern which is forming, and if you start to short from there, that gap will line up nicely with our profit target 78.6. This is the one that I was talking about. This is the gap, right? So if the market starts to fall, it can come down here to close that gap. So that is an additional factor that we have, and Wata is able to help you in such a way that if you're long from here, you're probably looking for a profit target into 11,201. But obviously, because of our analysis, it can go a little bit higher. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, I can see that market is creating a W pattern here, and this can be our profit target, which is 11,159, and this was our very nice signal here, because we are looking for long position only. And if I go to the daily time frame, yeah, that's the one, and weekly, yeah, perfect, right? So this is all looking as per our plan here that we discussed. So I'll be looking to find a confirmation using Wata or some other one of our 5 confirmation techniques that we have in FCP strategy, and if we get at least 2 of them, then we'll look for a short position somewhere around these FCP zones. Right, I'll leave this with you, and hope you found this useful, and good luck with this, and good luck with other trades in the markets next week. I'll see you. If you're interested in learning how to analyze the markets the way I do using Fibonacci Confluence, then head over to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see Core Strategy Training Program. On this page you'll be able to see the testimonials of previous students, and also look at the brochure. The brochure has a lot more information, including the course structure and the Fibonacci Confluence Training Program curriculum. This is a very extensive program in which we cover basic core Fibonacci concepts along with the advanced concepts to analyze the markets with high probability. If you're interested in joining this program, come to Vikinsa.com, and under training section you'll be able to see and submit this form. Thank you for watching. Find and follow us on these social media channels.